welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button and smash the like button on my videos. Okay, that's if you're enjoying my content, of course. Yesterday I went to the Psychic Expo with my mum. Yes, that's the expo that I mentioned in a previous video. It was actually a bit of a disappointment. It was nothing like any other psychic expo that I had went to in the past. When I was living in New South Wales, in Albury, Wodonga, the Psychic Expo was held at the entertainment center, and it was big. Okay, there was like about 4 psychic readers. Then you had mainly your stalls, where you could buy things. So there was like it was huge. Okay, there have been like about 10 to 12 stalls, like tables set up where you could walk around and buy things such as your crystals, books, jewelry, your witchery supplies, like your dream catchers, your candles, pretty much anything, you name it. And like I said, there was like 4 tables which only had 4 psychic readers. My last expo that I went to was when I had my first psychic reading, my proper psychic reading. That was like many years ago. I don't remember what year that was. But here in Tasmania, Devonport, the Psychic Expo was disappointing. There was like about 4 tables. So there was like basically your crystals, and there was your books, then you had your candles, and then there was some information. And the rest was all psychic readers. And I thought there was going to be more. Like it was when I first went to a psychic expo. But yes, it was absolutely disappointing. On the way out, I ended up spoiling Mum. I bought Mum a book. Obviously, I didn't really find anything. Which once again was disappointing. There was one crystal that caught my eye, but I wasn't going to spend like $180 something for it. That was just ridiculous. I know real crystals are actually expensive. Don't get me wrong, I know they are. But her information was actually quite good. She basically told me and my mum that the way you can check for real and fake crystals is through a UV light. So she picked up one of the crystals and it was absolutely gorgeous. So this crystal that caught my eye, she ran the UV light through it, Oh my god. It was so beautiful. For an expensive crystal. Um there was like multiple colors of green and there was blue, like just different shades of greens and blues. It was like, well, yeah, it was vibrant is the best way to describe it. She told me that for a real crystal, you have to keep it out of the sunlight because the color will actually fade. Whereas with the fake gemstones, you can stick them in the sunlight and they won't fade. Well, they will over time, but it's a slower process. Um, after after the expo, I did go to Maggie's, which is a magic store. I had a bit of a look around and I couldn't find anything. Um, there was absolutely nothing there. I mean, the the gemstones, they're all mixed, so you can't tell which is real and which is fake. But I guess the feel, okay, she told me that not only UV light helps to identify the rock, it's also how it feels. Um, I know Maggie's has real stones there, but because they're all mixed, it's really hard to find the real one because you're pretty much digging through all the stones to find the real one. I do actually have a real one, but that's in my flower pot. That's in the bathroom. So and don't get me wrong, I love buying gemstones for flower pots, okay, because they make nice decorations. Um I, yes, I said it. I love collecting gemstones to put in flower pots. It just prettifies it up, makes it look bright, vibrant, and colorful, and gives it that natural earth tone style. And I like to add a few bits of shells in with it because, like, the one in the bathroom has shells in it as well, not just stones. Um, I think I've shown that in one of my videos. I don't remember now. If I did, it would have been in one of my older videos, much older videos. Um, but I don't think I have. So I do need to actually take them out of the flower pot and clean them and then put them back into the flower pot. Um, yeah, there was absolutely nothing. So I went out on the bus out into Latrobe and I tried to find the New Age store there in Latrobe, and I know it was there. I know because I used to go to it a fair bit with mum, not just on my own. And I was walking up and down both sides of the streets trying to find it, and it was not there. So my guess is that the shop has closed down. So I told mum that the store was nowhere to be seen, and mum suggested that I go online and check out Uncle Fester's. Once again, same thing. Every time I go on Uncle Fester's, I don't find anything that's appealing to me. I really don't. I mean, I don't know what the stuff is like on the website now, if they got new stock in. because it's been a while since I've been on their website. Uncle Fester's is an Australian company. Okay, it does new age stuff. I do need a new pendulum though. I do tarot card readings myself, but I also like to use pendulum to help with my reading because I do pendulum readings. I started doing pendulum readings before I went into doing the tarot cards, only because pendulum readings are the easiest things to learn, unfortunately. Because they're just basic. You're just saying yes or no questions, basically, and that's either a yes or a no. So to say, and then once I got the hang of that, then I started doing yes and no questions with tarot cards. I got the hang of that. So it's like, oh, there's really no difference. The only difference is that one's used by a card while the other one's used with a pendulum. So, and with a crystal ball, I would like to have another crystal ball. I had a glass crystal ball, a really nice one, many years ago. It's like a nice big glass crystal ball. I would sit there just staring into it. So, no, just to clarify, you cannot see images through it. The only way you're going to see images through a glass ball is if you are really focused, okay? With mine, I used mine just for meditating, okay? I never done any readings or whatever with the glass ball. It was specifically for meditating. I do have a small one, actually. It's actually quite cute. So I do have a small one, which is decoration purposes, okay? So this is what the bigger one used to look like, okay? While it's still weighty, the bigger ones are much heavier, by the way. But no, this one is specifically for decoration. The larger ones I use for meditation, but I cannot afford the larger ones. So you don't necessarily have to have a large crystal ball. You can actually have a medium-sized glass ball to meditate with. Yeah. But I think there's another size. So you got like a large, a medium, and a small. This one would not pass as small. This would be like extra small. The small would be just a bit bigger than this one. Yes, you can actually get different colors. You got rose quartz, you got clear quartz, amethyst. Okay, obviously, then you got your crystal clear ball. So there's lots. Okay, I wouldn't mind a rose quartz crystal, but it's yeah, that they're expensive. Hang on, I'll be back. I won't be long. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to duck out for a minute. and I end up gathering up just a couple of things. So these were actually the very first tarot cards that I ended up getting. I think Mum bought me these ones. I've had these tarot cards for a while now, obviously. So basically the tarot cards look like. Okay, tarot cards. You can pick these up on the Uncle Fester's website if you live here in Australia, or you can pick them up in your local magic store. All right. That's if you have one. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of magic stores that are actually shutting down. So that's pretty much the tarot card set. I won't show you the full set, obviously. Only just a few cards. So you have an idea of what they look like if you haven't seen this pack before. I do have a couple of tarot card books that my mum has given me. So these are just, I know they're not for beginners, but these actually do teach me how to read and interpret tarot cards. So here we go. I just skipped a random page. All right. So you've got pretty much your references, the meaning of the cards. Okay. So technically what this book does is it interprets the cards for me. Each card pack does actually come with a little leaflet. Well, not all tarot cards, but some. It depends on which pack you buy. So they're just references and guides on how to read your tarot cards. This one is Life, Love, and Tarot Card Reading. So, there you go. Oh, obviously. And, obviously the tarot cards are going to be a little bit... No, I think I just popped off one of my, beads off my shirt. That's okay. Okay, so that's these cards, okay. Although some of the cards may be slightly different in this book. I'm just going to skip a few pages here. Alright, so it's pretty much like this one. Okay, all it does is it interprets the cards, gives you an idea of what the cards could actually mean. You do need to be careful with tarot cards. You might have to ask the question a few times, because sometimes tarot cards can actually get things wrong. Okay, sometimes they're not always truthful. So you might want to, if you really want to know the truth, you might have to ask the cards again after asking the first time. So you might want to ask about maybe 2 or 3 times to see if it's true or not. I've only done it once and I've not had an issue. I got the answer I wanted and, you know, I didn't have to worry about repeating my question. So I guess it also depends on the energy you're sending the cards. Okay, so always keep a clear and open mind when you're doing your first tarot card reading. If you can't do that and you're struggling to keep an open mind, like I say, you can get a glass ball and meditate with it. You can burn a candle or some incense, play some calming, soothing music to, relax and open your mind that way. Bringing in that positive energy that you want to send the cards, so you don't always get the negative side of the cards. Okay, but if you want the negative side, so if you don't want all yeses, you can ask for a no. Well, cards do tend to give you a no answer anyway. I guess it all depends on your question. So my mum has been doing card reading a lot longer than me, so she's actually the one that's been teaching me. Well, kind of. But yeah, she knows how to do it better than I do. Mum actually gave me a tarot card reading many years ago while I was living in New South Wales. So that was kind of fun. Ball just stuck to my stand for a minute then. So I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about magic. Yeah, it was just an ordinary day out with Mum. So anyway, after the expo, Mum and I went and got some lunch before coming home, before I went back out, obviously. So I guess it wasn't all that bad, to be honest. It's the expo that was disappointing. Even though I didn't buy anything from the magic store, I guess it was just, well, it's just something to do to pass the time, basically, while waiting for the bus. So it wasn't really too bad of a day. It was sunny, it was hot, but not overly hot. So that was a good thing. So yeah, that was pretty much my day yesterday. And you may have noticed I'm not wearing my bracelet today. I actually took my bracelet off last night. Here it is. Yeah. Oh, I was done wearing it. So I decided to take it off last night before I went to bed, because I was finished wearing it and I don't want to wear it for another day because I've worn it long enough now. So anyway, I've let this video go on long enough now. I'm going to leave you guys. If you like my content, go ahead and smash the like button. Comments and questions are left down below. If you want more answers about my tarot cards, you can leave your questions in the comment section. Okay, your comments and questions, please be polite and respectful with them. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so and you're new. Thank you for your support in my channel. I appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, and your subscribes. I do appreciate that. Your notifications bell is optional as always. And I'll be looking forward to doing my next upcoming video. Hopefully it'll be a live stream. Fingers crossed. If not, it'll have to be a normal video like this. And you know what's coming up very shortly. Yes, Resident Evil. That's what's coming up very shortly. So bear with me, it's happening. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to leave now. Bye.